Hornell is a small town just on the outskirts of a Walmart. Because we are real Americans. We're real Americans here, because real Americans, we live close to Walmarts. 24-hour Walmarts if we're lucky. Because we're Americans. And sometimes we wake up and we need stuff. Right? We sit up in our beds. Oh gosh. Woo! I'm going to need a garden hose. There's two kinds of guys out where I'm from. You may know, they may have these kind of guys in Indiana. There are guys who go hunting, and there are guys who go hunting. Now, do you know the difference between hunting and hunting? You know the difference? Hunting, you do for the good of the animals. In the fall, you got to kill some. They call it culling the herd. You got to get rid of some so there's enough food for the rest of them to eat in the winter. That's hunting. Hunting is a little different. Hunting involves liquor and flashlights. Have you ever been on one of them two-lane county roads and you see a sign with a bunch of bullet holes in it? That's hunting. Because when I was a little kid growing up, we used to do something after school. Now, they don't do this anymore. They haven't done this for years. But when I was a kid growing up in Hornell in the 1960s, I don't know when the last time children did this, but we used to do this thing after school. You aren't going to believe it. We used to go outside and play. I'm at the age, I'm starting to make noises when I don't want to make noises. I do any kind of work around the house, I make two noises. I make one noise when I do the work, another noise about a second later. And it sounds like I'm thinking about the work that I just did. I'll show you in a minute. You'll get it. Watch. Ah. Did you get it? Is that like your dad? Everything I do. I move a lamp in my house, a little floor lamp, a little 3-pound floor lamp. I make noises doing something as simple as sitting down. I come home at the end of the day, I sit in my chair at the end of the day. People actually go, you okay? I'm fine, I'm good, thank you. I got all the way down on my own, thank you very much. You know, I was just thinking my father used to make that same noise when he would adjust the thermostat in our house. My father would make the same noise when he adjust the thermostat in our house, only then he would look over his shoulder at me. My father used to go, and he'd look over at me, and I'd go back to the thermostat. I think he thought I was somehow hooked up to the thermostat. And if he got the temperature right, I would become the son he wanted. There you go, that should do it. Nope. The greatest generation, because they fought and won World War II. When you think about it, they were great at World War. They literally saved the world when you think about it. But it doesn't mean they were great at everything else. They were human beings. They were flawed. And let's be honest, the skills that they needed to crush fascism don't necessarily transfer to raising a little boy. Combat reflexes, which were necessary in battle, are unnecessary at dinner. It's dinner. Drop a potato, pick it up. Don't jump on it and tell the kids to run. Give you an idea of my father's reflexes. I once spilled a glass of milk at dinner, and my dad yelled at me before the milk hit the table. Can you visualize that? The milk is literally, it's arcing in the air. The milk is up here, and like a drill instructor, my dad is out of his chair, in my face. What drop down and give me 10 push-ups. I said, get out of that high chair. Driving up in a classic American automobile, the Ford Country Squire station wagon. LTD, Lunatics Transportation Device. Cream-colored, tan-trimmed, with artificial wood paneling. Because in the 1960s in America, nothing showed good taste more than fake wood. Because I love being with my grandmother. Oh. Whenever I see young people, I always hope you have at least one grandparent in your life. Because grandparents love you like your parents cannot. Because they don't have to live with you. My grandmother used to come and visit us every summer for 10 months. Now, we didn't have a guest room in our house. What we had was my room. So when my Nana would visit, she would get my bed, and I would sleep on the floor next to her in a sleeping bag. And our special day together was Sunday. We used to get up before the rest of the family. Well, first she would wake up, then she'd wake me up. I guess technically, she would step on me. And we would go downstairs and watch TV. And of course, it wasn't like today. It wasn't like today. It wasn't 200 channels. High definition, covers a wall. We had like 5 channels. Black and white on a little set about that big. And we each had a favorite show. My grandmother loved professional wrestling. My grandmother loved a wrestler. His name was Bruno Sammartino. Yeah, there. Now, my favorite show was the Old Time Gospel Hour. Because my dream as a child was to be a minister. I wanted to spend my life standing in front of hundreds of people preaching the truth. And this is the closest I've been able to get. So what would we do? We would share. We'd watch a little one show. The commercial would come on. We'd flip the channel, a little of the other show. And in my little child's mind, the 2 shows would combine. They would become the professional gospel wrestling hour. Friends, I want to remind you the Peace Crusade will be coming to Atlanta this Sunday afternoon at the War Memorial Auditorium, where I, the Thunderbolt, will destroy the gospel choir. Featuring Sister Ginny Hansen and my brother, the Terminator. You people, you've seen me before. I've broken men's legs. I have made the crippled walk. One thing you can count on, someday the heavens will open up and I, the Thunderbolt, will pile drive Nature Boy into the depths of hell. So be there on Sunday, bring a friend, and I'll kill him.